Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well and welcome to a brand new video. So at this current point in time, with all this lockdown stuff, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to pull apart an old engine I've got, which I blew. I'll put a video of the burnout I did and of the aftermath of what happened to this engine. So as you can see there, I developed a knock after my first proper burnout in the R32. This is probably 2-3 years ago. And watch my channel. If you have a look down, you'll see my build on the 32. It's full RB20DET now. So thought I'd pull apart this engine. I sort of semi-pulled it apart not long ago and haven't really got to it. So I have this LS over here that I've got for the patrol. So I'm gonna put that in the engine stand. So I thought, let's get into this and see what damage we've done. I know it's bottom end, it's not top end, so I pulled off a sub but had an inspection but nothing crazy, so when I pull the pistons and everything out, we'll see how everything looks. So at this current point in time, I just hit 400 subscribers and I didn't realize it until a couple of days ago. I'm at about 415 now, and I'm so blown away by how fast that happened. I've been doing this for 4 months, and yeah, I hit 400 a day, and I am so thankful for everybody who is taken any time of the day out to watch my video. It's amazing, and still have a lot to improve and stuff. So yeah, thank you everybody who hits subscribe and who watches my videos. It means the world to me, it truly does. And I'll be doing so much more of this. Obviously I have a lot of variety to cover after all this shit's over, so thank you all once again, and we'll get into the video of pulling apart this shit heap of an engine. Cool, so here she is. So it's just a factory RB20DET or DET. Already taken the hot side off, turbo's over there somewhere. Now it's off my 32, like I said, you'll see that in the channel. The 180 sort of sniffing its ass at the moment, it's right up it. So yeah, we're gonna take this off and we're gonna have a look at what damage we have done to the old girl. So what happened was, you can hear by that video, it's knocking on, it's more so decel. So when I was driving the car, I drove it probably 40 minutes home. It didn't knock once, but if you get on it hard and lift off, as soon as you lift off, you start getting a knock on the decel on the revs. So I knew that something was wrong there, and this engine had about 230 something thousand Ks on it. So she was old. I put new oil in it, and it still blew up. So I think she was just wearing beyond her tolerance. So, but yeah, the plan was for this engine was actually to put it in my R31 Skyline and build like a 2.4 stroker. But I'm going to dismantle it and put it all away and leave it for a rainy day. If I ever get another S13 shell or something for a drift car or a comp car or something, I can just, you know, whack this in and do maybe a standard rebuild or something. But I've actually got rod bearings for it, which I bought a long time ago. I just haven't done. But yeah, that'll probably be the fate of this engine. So let's get into tearing it down. I'll quit waffling and get into tearing this beast of a thing down. So like I said before, guys, I've actually torn most of this down. Pretty much everything to the head. So everything's sort of just sitting on there, so I can sort of take it off. How quick was that? Cam covers, top of the inlet manifold off. Cool. So next thing I can do is actually whack this intake manifold off, and then we'll take our cam pulleys off. And after that, we'll head the cams out. I'm pretty sure they're just sort of snugged up, because I can see a gap with all the top hats here. There's a bit of gap here, so we'll whack them off. Plus the coil packs can come out too, because they're just sitting in there. So she's actually not in very bad condition. No milkiness in the oil, which was good. No water, so never blew a head gasket. But overall condition of this engine was actually pretty good. Unfortunately, she had to die, but it was good for me to do the RB25 swap. Sort of kick in the ass to do it. So let's take this this manifold off. I think that's all of them. Oh no, there's one under here. I see you. I put some bolts on when I lifted this engine up a while ago, so just so I could pull it from the intake and the exhaust manifold. Cool, now a bit more bare bones of the engine, so I'll start taking the cams out and the front pulleys. Take this timing belt cover off first, which, no, it's actually bolted on. Alright, we'll just whack these tensioners off now. The belt off. Now I do like to run these back on. Cams are looking good. So a little bit of disclaimer, I already untorqued these a long time ago, so I didn't really do the sequence you're supposed to. Start from the middle, work around. I sort of did, but you know, they weren't really on tight. You could tell the gun barely even struggled. So next thing, we have these head studs here. So I'm gonna start taking all these head studs off and reveal hopefully a clean deck. I'm hoping a clean deck and a good head. So fingers crossed, guys. Oh well, head studs are out. Let's see how easy this head is to get off. I left the bolts in here because it's easier to sort of grab the head and lift it. A bit more leverage so you don't start getting your fingers dug into the iron here. I think these are iron. No, sorry, these are alloy heads, I'm pretty sure. Someone will correct me in the comments. RB20, I know RB25 alloy heads, but I don't know about RB20 because these engines are pretty ancient. But they might be alloy head. I think they are actually. Okay guys, so first inspection, it's actually not too bad. There's water in cylinder 3. I don't know if that's from when it blew up or if that's from when I took it apart the first time. I did have the engine sort of upside down on the stand even when it was completely together. Someone's doing a skid. An oath. Yeah, I don't know if I had it on its side and water's gotten in there because it's been there for a long time. It's sort of, if you have a look there, it sort of like sees itself. Might put a little bit of oil around there and just try and rotate the engine. But the main thing I want to look at is underneath when we rotate this sump around. So see how we go. Just rust. All right, sump is off. We have Mr. Girdle and our rods and crank. Now, all right, all seems fine for now. I guess we start taking the pistons out. Alright guys, so if I got my little chisel in here, if I rotate the engine, you can listen to one of the bearings. Listen. Hang on. So I'm thinking it's either cylinder 3, where the water is, or cylinder 2 there. So I'm going to have a feel and see which one I can feel vibrations through. It's cylinder 3, guys. I just had a feel, and you can feel the rod move from side to side. Yep, we have a failed cylinder 3 which had all the water in it, so I suspected maybe the head cracked or something, let water in. Never lost water though, but I'm gonna go inspect the head. Okay guys, so I inspected cylinder 3. It doesn't look to be too bad actually. It actually looks better than most of the other cylinders. So it could even be a block, I'm not sure. Even if it was a hairline fracture, we can't tell until it's crack tested. So for now, I'm just going to assume it's bottom end failure, but still odd why there's water in the top cylinder. So okay guys, so I got most of the pistons out here. Didn't want to bore you with all the taking off every bolt and hitting them, but I'll show you the last one when I undo it. So what I usually do is get rattle. I am an engineer, so 1, lose the nut. 2, lose the nut. Just get the rubber mallet and just tap on the threads very lightly, and you see it just falls through. Take the bottom bearing shell off, put it over here with the others, and then I just use the just very lightly tap on the, see it just falls down, and just push it down. And sometimes you just get your finger and push like that, and it just falls out. See, we can use them again because they're beautiful. And that's piston number 6. Holding the camera so I couldn't put my hand under it to catch the piston. There's 6, so let's inspect. First of all, we'll take a look at this crank journal. So I don't know if it can come up on camera, but look at this journal. This one's nice and smooth, and this one has a lot of grooving. Oh yeah, oh, it's actually not too bad. Probably get this out with a home linish or something with some sandpaper and WD-40, but you can tell it's picked up the bottom end bearing on cylinder 3. So let's go to the piston and cylinder. So all these rod end caps look alright. So look alright, pistons look okay too. So we get piston 4 for example. Let's give it a clean because I just put it in some crap. But the piston itself, normal carbon deposits, yeah, not too bad. Let's go to piston number 3. Yeah, this one's pretty mangled. But it doesn't look like water's gotten past the first control ring, so actually maybe, oh no, not really. But let's have a look at the bottom end bearing. Now compare the two. What's the difference? You know what? Let's have a look here, Lou. Alright, let's compare the two. So we have cylinder 4 end cap, bearing shell, cylinder 3 end cap, bearing shell. So start off with the rod end. So you can probably see the difference. This is cylinder 3 I'm holding right now. Look how scored it is. That's had a lot of heat in it. And cylinder 4 is actually nice. Got a little bit of dirt in there just from removing and grease, but it's really nice still. Now let's have a look at the shells. So the thing, when I took this apart, cylinder 3, this just fell out. And usually they should be a nice snug fit like the rest of them. They're still sitting in their little location where they're supposed to be. Now, the main thing is if we turn these shells over, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but this one is a lot skinnier. This one's a lot skinnier and the shape is off. Let's put them together. So we put them together, you can see the shape of 3 is a little off. I'll put it right next to it, you can see it's off. There shouldn't be a gap here. And look at where the oil squirt, the oil feed is, where the oil goes through. Look how much smaller the hole is. It's worn this bearing down because it picked it up and it's done the old spin the bearing. So it's picked up the bottom end And look at the back of it, nasty. So yep, number 3, like suspected, has picked up bottom end, and we have a bottom end knock, a notorious bottom end knock. And I think as I've tipped in, it's done the old I'm an RB, how you going? I have no oil pressure when I go a little bit too fast and a little bit too hectic on the G-forces. So I noticed that when after I tipped it in, it didn't do anything, didn't knock once in the skid, didn't do anything. But as soon as I took off and then desailed, even being automatic and the revs just dropped, I heard the knock and my heart sank because I knew straight away what I did. So the almighty fate for the RB20. So we look like we can get away with this crank if we give it a home style linish. Shouldn't be too bad, I'm thinking. All the counterweights look good. I didn't pick up any material. The block itself is actually really good. I inspected the head. That seems pretty fine. I think the engine is still really usable. So what I'm going to do in the future, already, like I said, I got bearings for it. It's somewhere over there on the shelf. So I'm going to pre-clearance them all, linish this bit. I'll probably linish every journal. And by linish, I mean just get some really fine sandpaper, tie it around the journal, cut it to size, tie it around with some shoelace, and then go up and down with the shoelace with some WD-40 inside, and that'll just skim the surface. It won't take much material off, it'll just skim it, because actually I can get away with that. So I'm going to get away with that, and then this engine will be going, hopefully, in the R31, or like I said before, I might keep it as a spare engine for a future track car or a competition car or something, maybe do a 2.4 or something cool. So that's the fate of this old beloved beast. Unfortunately, had to die, but she served me well. So as you can see, I've got a mess to clean up, so I better get to that, eh? Okay guys, if you give this video a like and a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Daddy's the same thing. If you can give this video a like and comment and subscribe. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. That'd mean the world to me, as I enjoy doing this as a hobby on the side. And a lot of fun to cover these things and, you know, look back at the work I've done over time. You know, I have it all on film, so it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun to film it for people. A lot of people do enjoy the things I do. I never really understood it, but now I know sort of, you know, when people say just film what you do, people enjoy it. So people seem to, because like I said, I've hit 400 subscribers and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't believe that I'd had over 300 not long ago. I was like blown away, and you know, I almost have a video at 1,000 views, and I'm just like, I still can't get over it, honestly, guys. So like I said, I appreciate every single person that watches this video or these videos. I hope you enjoyed this video on the RB20, just to give you a bit of an insight. I've got a lot of more videos coming. I've been editing about 4 videos yesterday. So I've got a lot more to come out. I've got my LS engine, got the RX-7 video I'm working on. Also got a video on the 180 coming out. And we have a few more videos in the R31. So it's not going to stop. We have plenty of content, plenty of variety, and I'm very excited. Can't even put into words how excited I am. Once all these restrictions go over, there's going to be so much more to do with the drifting and stuff. So yes. Thank you all for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. So see you, everyone.